Good evening, everyone. Today's mission is to bring you guys along for an uncut, unedited ride. This is North Table Mountain we're at, and it's pretty much my go-to in the winter. So yeah, good stuff here. Okay, well, it cut back there, so not sure the deal on that, but I did say uncut. Every now and then though, my camera just stops recording for no reason. Howdy. So yeah, today's mission is it's actually two things, kinda. It's gonna be, yeah, just to show you guys what a ride is really like without all the cuts and taking out any of the fluff, any of the extra stuff. Just want to give you guys like a raw perspective on mountain biking. So you don't really see a ton of this content. Usually like it's all chopped up like the rest of my stuff, but also this is from an e-biker's perspective. At least I'm on an e-bike right now, and that kind of gives you a little glimpse into what your rides could look like more so if you did have an e-bike, or if you already have an e-bike, you know it's totally game changing. I still love analog bikes, regular bikes, but yeah, this is another world, folks. So yeah, the second kind of objective here is to see how quickly I can clear this figure eight. And as you can see, it's already kind of getting a little dark, and we'll see what we're looking like at the top for light, but I'm planning on doing my usual figure eight route. If you know North Table, it's up Cottonwood, down the North Table Loop, back up Cottonwood, and then down Mesa Top, down to Lithic where we were at the bottom. So this ride has a little bit of everything, and like I said, it's right near, I live like 5 minutes from here, so this is super convenient. Sometimes I do it actually just from my house, but today I just figured I'd just go without stopping. See how quickly I can do it. Howdy. Excuse me when you get a chance. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
We'll flip it in turbo. Yeah, so there's going to be people coming up and down, but that's no problem. There's always people here. Might slow me down just a little bit if I didn't have anyone, but I'm also not like going full throttle today, but close to it. So I don't know, it might be kind of cool to make a video in the future of this same exact lap uncut and see if it takes me less time or not. See, kind of my progression. I'm not sure. Go ahead. Oh, have a good one. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes when people are coming down, I like to slow down or stop for them when I'm on the e-bike, because my job getting uphill is not nearly as difficult, and it's easier for me to slow down. Oh, my shifting's gonna act up today, of course. I actually found out why it's acting up, and it's because my derailleur's broken. It's just like cracked in half one spot. So, but hey, it still works good enough. I'm not planning on talking this entire ride, so if you don't like listening to me talk, you can go ahead and skip forward a little bit. But anyways, that's kind of the gist. Sit back and relax. Take you on a tour here of North Table. There is more trails, but this is by far the best riding, in my opinion, on the mountain. Around the north side is kind of fun. There's a couple little wood bridges and stuff, but it's relatively flat and not really any tech or anything. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me when you get a chance. All right. Oh, oh, you're good. Thanks. Have a good one. Yeah, that's another thing about e-bikes. Like, you're gonna be passing people constantly, and it, again, like I said, it doesn't bother me. No big deal. It just happens a lot more often because you're kind of setting a different pace. Even if I wasn't in turbo right now, trying to floor it, I still would be passing people most likely. So, and it doesn't really make any difference on the downhill, but obviously if you're a faster downhill rider, you're gonna be passing people then as well. So excuse me when you get a chance. Thanks, have a good one. Excuse me. Thanks, just me. Have a good one. Oh, excuse me. Thank you, have a good one. So as you can hear, even in turbo, on a full power e-bike, you can still get a workout. You're just at a completely different pace. Makes the uphills fun, I'll tell you that much. Howdy. Excuse me when you get a chance. Thanks, have a good one. Howdy. Excuse me when you get a chance. Thanks, have a good one. Oh, too high of a gear. Excuse me. Thanks, have a good one. One of the few places that is really in good shape right now as far as moisture. So expected it to be busy. Also, it's a Sunday. This is probably like a quarter of the amount of the most people I've ever seen here at once. This place can get pretty swamped. It's probably the best riding, the furthest east, I guess, closest to Denver that you can get. So, in my opinion, if you want like proper mountain biking and not just like a bike park or something, Yeah, a lot of people here just go to bike parks, or they're that kind of biker. Nothing wrong with it, but I do think you're missing out. Whoa, missing out on this kind of stuff. There we go. Sunset is happening pretty quick. Excuse me. I don't have any lights, but I'm thinking I'm just gonna go for it. Excuse me. Thanks, have a good one. Excuse me. Thanks, have a good one. You'll see the trail tees up here. If you go to the right, that's your downhill. If you go to the left, you're gonna be able to loop back around and get to the west side. Excuse me, on your left. Thanks, have a good one. There's also a little loop over there, but it's only open part of the year. It is open right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and skip that because it's not part of my usual loop here, my usual route. I just sometimes tack it on. It's not the most exciting. It's just kind of a flowy downhill, kind of like this, but if it were single track. So we're not missing out on much, folks. Might be cutting it close on light towards the end, but I think we'll be all right. There's that split off I was talking about. Skipping it today. So, if you've never ridden North Table, I would highly recommend it, especially if you're like intermediate or beginner. This place has got everything you need to get comfortable on your bike, in my opinion. And to get to the top, as you saw, is not too bad. And once you're on the top, it's really easy. Bunch of greens like this. So yeah, we're just cutting over to the single track. So it'll get a lot more interesting here in a moment. But yeah, you do have this stuff. These gravel roads, if you want to call it, they kind of go all over this, the tabletop portion of this. And then once you start hitting the sides, you get the nice single track. Howdy. I've made videos of this place before, and South Table Mountain, right down there as well. They're both pretty similar. North table is going to have your better riding overall. It's got more elevation. South table's got better beginner-friendly trails, in my opinion. They're a good mix. I'm really hoping my camera doesn't cut on me again. If anyone knows why the GoPro Max occasionally stops for no reason, let me know in the comments. I also have an Insta360 X3. If you want to see like a comparison video between this camera and that camera, let me know. I will do one of those for sure. This is kind of the one I settled on though, in my opinion. I like the image. It's a little more cinematic looking, better to color grade. On your left. Howdy. But the X3, I don't know, might be a little sharper. I haven't played around with it enough to give you a definitive answer for mountain biking, but I'm kind of in the boat of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And this camera ain't broke, so I'm not replacing it right now. It does have a scratch, a little scratch, if you can see that. That's from crashing pretty hard in Colorado Springs. There's also a video of that if you want to check that out. I can link all that in the description if I don't forget. But yeah, it's gonna start getting a little more interesting here now. And we'll see how crowded this downhill is. Hopefully it's not too bad. All right, dropping in. No crashing allowed. Gotta say it at some point. All right. Nice. Yeah, the dirt is good. Blind corner here. Slow down a bit. Keep it controlled. This downhill is pretty eroded. Oh, some deer. Nice and chunky if you like that stuff. Doesn't always make for the quickest speeds, but I think it's more interesting than any flow can get. Yeah, let's try this line out. Oh, little hole there. Okay, a little jank through there. Gotta watch my rear a little bit. It's getting down there in tread. This thing just burns through tread, let me tell you. And chains and brakes, pretty much any wearable item. There we go. Little drop. Beautiful. Gotta be real careful with your line through here. There's a couple rocks that'll just kind of stop you in your tracks. Oh, excellent. Okay, not my cleanest through there, but it never is when you're filming. I do have a side group that I play with called Mango Slushy, little duo band, and we'll have some excellent rehearsals, and then I swear sometimes we get on stage and it's like a whole different ball game. Sometimes it's like that when I'm filming. I tend to like crash more when I'm filming. Oh, I should really be like knocking on wood right now or something. I'm cursing this ride, folks. Can't say anything bad's gonna happen, and you also can't celebrate. Celebrate at the end. Right now, though, we got a job to do. Right, folks? I don't know. I said I wasn't gonna talk, but well, that's me, I guess. I'm just gonna end up talking. Train whistle. That's the Colorado Railroad Museum down there. That place is awesome. Highly recommend it if you're in the Golden area. My grandpa, who recently passed away, was part of that place and making it as good as it is. And he's a big inspiration for why I'm kind of a train nerd, which I know is not a very, trains are not a very attractive hobby. So I've heard, but oh well, I don't care. I think it's dope. Excuse me. Oh, got a flat. Oh, sorry, man. Good luck. Have a good one. If I had CO2 or tools, I'd help them, but I do not. On these shorter rides, I don't take any of that because I have never ever had a blowout. Again, another thing I probably shouldn't say, but at least I should say I've never had a blowout while having cush core. So, and if you do have a blowout with cush core, you can still ride. So yeah, I don't even really take plugs with me all the time or anything like that, because these tires, especially if you get the thicker casing, I'm running the Grid Gravity Specialized tires. You can ride them as hard as you want and you're gonna be just fine. I actually worry more about my chain, especially with this e-bike. Sweet. Making good time so far. Howdy. Excuse me. Thank you. Got a little tech climb here. Oh. Sweet. I prefer the other downhill. Oh, excuse me. Thank you, just me. I prefer the other downhill that we're about to go on, as opposed to that little one back there. The North Table Loop that we just came around on is kind of chunky and janky, and the Mesa Top Trail that we'll link on here with it's a little steeper, and there's a little bit better of a line through it. So yeah, I always save that for the end, because that's the best downhill on the mountain, in my opinion. I actually have an uncut video of just that on the channel if you want to check it out, but it is a little outdated, so we'll hit it again. Another thing you might notice occasionally is the camera might like jolt a bit, it might move a bit. That's because on these GoPro cameras, it chunks up all of the clips into smaller clips. Then I have to put them back to back, and sometimes the last frame in the previous clip, like the stabilization that's built in, doesn't quite line up with the first frame of the clip after that. So if you have worked with 360 cameras, or just do any video stuff, if you know anything about video, then you know what I'm talking about. But there's a little side note for you, a not so fun fact, I guess you could call it. For anyone wondering, like I said, I use a GoPro Max, and the way I process it is using a plugin for DaVinci called Carta VR. So if you've heard of that, you know what's up. But it's basically a program that takes a flat image that I export, and it can like reframe it, rescale it, so it looks like what you're seeing right now. So I can make a video about all that, the post-processing of it, but I kind of found a system with it, and I'm sticking with it, because using GoPro Player, that's what GoPro recommends to process your 360 images or your 360 video, and GoPro Player kind of sucks. So, and one thing I can't get it to do is have every single frame, every clip be the same projection, because the 360 camera is a 360 image, of course. So whatever side of it you want to look at of that 360 image, obviously I want to look forward, so you can't do that on GoPro Player and have it be the same for every clip. You have to manually go in and like point it forward, if that makes any sense. So I just don't even use it. Kind of a waste. But yeah, I'll make a video about all that if you guys are at all curious. Probably not, but excuse me. Thank you, have a good one. Okay, so as you saw, we linked back on to Cottonwood. We already completed one loop. Now we got to complete the other half of the figure 8. Excuse me. Thanks, have a good one. So we've blown about, I don't know, I'd say 25% off the battery already, which is more than usual, but it's because I'm not stopping the whole time and we're in turbo. But if you're keeping more of like a regular pace, a more relaxed pace, then you probably still have 80 some percent. Excuse me when you get a chance. Thanks, have a good one. Doing good on light so far. All right, drop it in. Oh, just float right over those rocks. Excuse me, can't talk. I'm gonna go ahead and stop for this guy here. Howdy.
How you doing?
Have a good one. All right. Here we go. I'm going to skip that drop. Wasn't quite lined up. Excuse me when you get a chance. On your left. Oh, you're good. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Looks like we got a gravel biker or something. Not recommended on this trail, but hey, do whatever you want. I'm cool with it. Excuse me. Thank you, just me. Awesome. Sweet. All right, and this will take us right back to where we started. I would usually take a break back there, but like I said, we're not stopping today. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Oh man. Sweet. Oh. Nice. And here we are. We'll go ahead and round it out by heading back down Lithic here. Take us to the brewery. Of course you gotta finish it with the brewery, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Plenty of light still. And oh, they got rid of that jump. There used to be a jump back there. Bummer. That's Jeffco for you, sanitizing trails. Thanks, Jeffco, for sanitizing our trails. So yeah, I'll just cut off the time, or maybe I'll make a timestamp or something for completing the loop back there, because all of this is extra. I guess I could have started it at the brewery, but hey, no big deal. On your left. Thank you. Have a good one. Howdy. Nice. I need some water. Well, thank you guys as always for watching. I know this is a little different, but that's what I'm doing here on this channel. I'm trying different things out. And if you guys like this stuff, then I'll just do more of them. I don't know, I kind of like putting videos on in the background like this and just doing some work to it or whatever you want to do. But yeah, best way to support my channel is hit that subscribe button and that like button. And we'll see you next time, guys. Peace.